Hi, welcome to Yoga with Colleen. Today's practice is going to be just a little bit longer for those days when you have a little bit more time to fit your practice in. So we will start on our backs in Savasana position, feet out wide, shoulders roll up and back down the back. Hands spin open and are down by the sides, or maybe taking the left hand to your heart and the right hand to your belly. Taking a moment to connect with the breath. Eyes can come to closed. Maybe doing a body scan from head to toe, toe to head, checking in, seeing if there are any parts of your body that are bothering you today, and just taking note of them without judgment. Again, scanning from head to toe, toe to head. Finding a deep inhale through the nose and a big exhale out of the mouth. Another deep inhale through the nose and a slow exhale out of the mouth. Seeing if you can allow the exhale to be longer than the inhale. Again, taking a deep inhale through the nose. This time sealing the lips and exhaling back out of the nose. Maybe activating your Ujjayi breath here, finding that slight restriction in the throat. Another deep inhale through the nose. And a slow exhale back out of the nose. One more round of breath. And allowing the eyes to come to open, bringing the feet down, planted on the mat, knees come up, and then walking the feet out to the outer edges of the mat, and windshield wipering the knees from side to side, warming up the lower back. And when the knees come down to the left side, allowing them to fall down there, maybe bringing the left foot up onto the right thigh, bringing the arms out to a T, gaze can go out towards the right fingertips, finding this nice passive twist, allowing gravity to do the work, massaging your insides. And gently releasing, allowing the knees to come down to the right, maybe bringing the right foot up onto the left thigh, maybe gaze goes out towards the left fingertips. And gently releasing the foot, allowing your feet to come back down to the mat. And we're going to find a little momentum, take some rolls here, and knowing that no one's watching you because you're at home. We're gonna attempt to grab the big toes, or you can grab somewhere else on your leg, and we're gonna roll backwards and then try to sit back up, maybe extending the feet. Again, you can grab somewhere else on the legs if that works better for you. And not taking yourself too seriously, just giving this a try. Again, warming up the spine, activating the core here, finding a little balance. Again, no one can see you. And after you've taken this a few times, we will make our way up to a tabletop position. And I'll go ahead and remove my sweater. In tabletop, the hands are directly under the shoulders, the knees are under your hips, and if you look between your legs, your feet should disappear. We'll find our cat-cow here. On an inhale, belly lowers, head and tailbone lift, and exhale, chin comes to chest, rolling through the spine. Inhale, belly lowers, head and tailbone lift. Exhale, rolling through the spine, chin comes to chest. Be imagining you're moving through water here, exaggerating all the little movements through the spine. And finding 2 more rounds of cat-cow on your own breath. Then, maybe with eyes closed, finding your dancing lion, taking whatever organic movement feels good for you today. Maybe it's pressing through the hips. Maybe it's coming down low onto the belly. Again, whatever feels good in your body today. And then returning to stillness. We're gonna lift the right leg up behind you. Lift the left arm, finding that line of energy from heel all the way to your fingertips. And maybe taking that slight tuck of the pelvis, finding a flat back, activating the core. And an inhale, reaching. Exhale, bring elbow to knee. Inhale, extend. Exhale, touch. Inhale, reach. Exhale, touch. One more. Inhale, reach. Exhale, touch. Then reaching back for the right foot, grabbing it with your left hand, pulling it in towards you. And gently releasing. Allowing the left foot to lift up, flexing the foot on, flexing your left foot, inhaling, right arm reaches up, again feeling that line of energy from fingertips to your heel. Inhale, extend. Exhale, touch. Inhale, reach. Exhale, touch. Inhale, lift. Exhale, touch. Last one. Inhale, reach. Exhale, touch. Reaching back, grabbing your left foot, pulling it in towards you. And gently releasing. We're gonna walk the hands up about a handprint and a half. Tuck the toes, coming up to our first down dog. Down dog, we're pressing through all the finger pads, every part of the hand. Shoulders press away from the ears, down our back, making that nice V shape. Heels are working their way down to the mat, but it's okay if they never get there. And we'll take a moment to take a deep bend in the knees, just hovering them above the ground. And then extending again. Again, finding that hover above the ground with the knees. And extend. One more time. Hover. And straighten. Maybe taking a moment to pedal out your down dog. And on an inhale, we'll roll forward to our plank. Exhale, press all the way back up. Again, inhale, rolling forward. Exhale, pressing back up. Last one. Inhale, roll forward. Exhale, pressing back up. And walking the hands towards the feet. Taking a wide leg forward fold here. We're gonna nod the head yes, shake the head no, scrunch up the face, the mouth, the eyes, and then taking your hands to the scalp, giving yourself a nice scalp or jaw massage or both. Just trying to find some spots that feel good. A little pressure point massage. Releasing tension. And then releasing the arms, allowing the head to be heavy. And then we're gonna find ourselves in ragdoll, grabbing opposite elbows, swaying a little from side to side, maybe giving a little tug one side and the other. And then interlacing the hands at the lower back, pressing them up and away from you, up towards the ceiling. And gently releasing, bringing the hands down to the mat. We're gonna walk the feet in together, finding a deep bend in the knees. And what I'm gonna extend out of the frame here. We're gonna take just a moment to find our mountain pose. So feet are directly under the hips, shoulders roll up and back down the back, hands spin open, chest is lifted, crown of the head is lifted, finding that nice posture, finding a round of breath here. And on an inhale, hands come back up above the head. And exhale, hands come through heart center, forward fold. Inhaling to a flat back. And exhale, walking the hands all the way back down to our down dog position. Finding a round of breath in down dog. And on an inhale, we're gonna roll all the way forward to plank. And slowly, slowly lowering all the way down to down dog. And extending the left arm all the way directly out from the shoulder. We're gonna find our intense shoulder stretch. So rolling gently, gently onto the left side body. Maybe bringing the right foot behind you. Maybe bringing the right hand behind the lower back. And just breathing into any tightness in the shoulder area. This is one of my favorite stretches. rolling back onto the belly. And maybe readjusting, extending the right arm directly out from your shoulder, rolling onto the right side body. Again, maybe the left foot comes down behind you, maybe the left hand, making sure you're not holding any tension in the neck or head. In all of these poses, we always want to make sure that we're not holding tension anywhere else in the body. And then allowing the left hand to come back down in front of you, gently rolling onto the belly. And bringing your hands underneath your forehead here, making a little pillow, taking a round of breath. And then allowing the hands to come back, interlacing at the lower back. And on an inhale, we'll lift the head, lift the hands, lift the feet, coming into our locust pose. We'll hold this for 3 rounds of breath. And gently releasing. Again, allowing the forehead to come down. You can stay here with your forehead on your hands, or you can take one more round of locust. We're taking one more round of locust on an inhale, allowing the fingers to interlace, rolling shoulders back. Lifting the head, lifting the feet, lifting hands. And slowly coming back down. Again, stacking the hands, making that pillow for the forehead. And then inhaling up, finding our Sphinx pose. Hands and forearms are planted directly down onto the mat. Maybe feeling a slight pull between the wrists and the hips. Shoulders roll back, down the back, away from the ears. Gaze is straight out in front of you. If this is a lot in the lower back, you can always come down just a little bit. Then walking the toes up towards you, we're going to press up into our dolphin pose. Heels are moving down towards the mat. Head is heavy between the arms. And slowly lowering the knees down, coming through our tabletop position. We're going to kickstand the right foot out, extend the left foot so it's parallel to the short end of our mat. Right hand is planted directly under the shoulder, and left hand comes up to bicep to by ear, feeling the length from the fingertips all the way to the side of the left foot. Maybe your right rib cage is reaching up towards the ceiling, opening the heart. Maybe gaze follows. And allowing the left hand to reach up towards the ceiling, feeling like it's being pulled up by an invisible string. Right hand comes off the mat. Left hand comes to the outside of the left leg. Right arm comes up to bicep to by ear. Maybe be peeking under that right bicep. Breathing. Feeling that space between the ribs, expanding the rib cage. And then cartwheeling the hands down as we move to the other side. I apologize, my back will be to you, but planting the left hand underneath the left shoulder, kickstanding the left foot out, right foot comes down to parallel to the short end of your mat. Inhaling, right arm comes up and extends to bicep to by ear. Again, maybe gaze is up towards the ceiling. And allowing the right hand to reach up towards the ceiling, feeling like it's being pulled up by that invisible string. Right hand comes to the outside of the right leg. Left arm comes to bicep to by ear. And cartwheeling the hands down, coming through tabletop. We'll press all the way back up to our down dog. Maybe heels are getting a little closer to the mat now. Again, pressing those shoulders back down the back, pressing heels down towards the mat, finding that nice V shape. Taking a deep inhale through the nose and a big exhale out of the mouth. On an inhale, lift the right leg up to 3-point, finding that scorpion tail, pressing the right knee up towards the ceiling. And then returning to a closed hip, we're going to bring the right knee to the outside of the right elbow for a touch and press it back up. Bring the right knee in towards the nose for a touch and press it back up. And last one, right knee to the outside of the left elbow and press it back up. And now right foot to right thumb. And coming into our warrior one, we're going to bring the left foot up just a little ways, finding that nice warrior one posture. Feet are in separate lanes here. And there's a deep bend in the front knee. Back foot is at about a 45-degree angle. Hips, even though they want to turn towards the long end of the mat, you want them square to the front of the mat. And on an inhale, arms reach all the way up. And on an inhale, reaching up. And exhale, bringing fingers to interlace at the lower back. Rolling shoulders up and back down the back. We're going to press the hands down towards the mat, finding a slight back bend here. And on your next exhale, humbling your warrior, coming to the inside of the front leg. Again, hands are pressing away from the upper back. And gently releasing, bringing the hands to the inside of that front foot. We're gonna wiggle your back foot back, gently lowering down onto the back knee, coming into our lizard lunge. So this is a hip opener stretch, so we're gonna hold this for more than a minute. So you can stay here with arms straight. You can open the right foot up to on the outside edge of that right foot to a clock position, or you can keep it flat down on your mat. You can also come down to the elbows. If you have a pillow or a block, you can also use that as a prop. And again, not coming all the way to your edge at first, because we are going to hold this for at least a minute. So returning to the breath, never holding the breath. The head can be heavy here, or maybe it's propped up onto the hands or a block or something. Allowing the thoughts to come, allowing the thoughts to go, not holding on to anything, just being present in this pose. And option 2, tuck the toes on the back foot, bring the back knee up off the mat for just a round or two of breath here. If your back knee is lifted, go ahead and lower it down, bringing the hands back down to the mat. And we're gonna gently bring that right foot, right knee back parallel to the left, and taking a moment if you want to stretch out that hip a little bit, taking some circles in one direction and the other before we move to the other side. And then returning to stillness. We'll press all the way back up to our down dog. On an inhale, left leg reaches up to 3-point, and finding that scorpion tail on the left side. Pressing your knee up towards the ceiling. And then bringing that left knee to the outside of the left elbow for a touch. Press it back up. Inhale, knee to nose for cheetah. Press it back up. And last one, knee to the right elbow, and press it back up. And then left foot to left thumb, finding our warrior 1 on this side. So right foot steps up just a little bit, feet are in separate lanes. Your right foot is at about a 45-degree angle. Again, I apologize that my head's gonna disappear. And maybe bringing hands to the hips, making sure that they're square to the front edge of the short end of your mat. And inhaling, arms come all the way up, feeling that nice strength in your warrior. And allowing the fingers to interlace at the lower back. We're gonna roll the shoulders up and back down the back, maybe pressing hands down towards the mat, finding a slight back bend here. And on an exhale, allowing the torso to come to the inside of the left leg, pressing hands up away from the back, finding our humble warrior here. And gently releasing the hands, bringing them to the inside of that front left foot, walking the right foot back, gently lowering the right knee down. If this is hard on the knee, you can always fold the mat over or use a towel or something. Always ways to use props to adapt the poses. And coming first to a flat back here, and then finding your lizard on this side, knowing that with the hips, the sides can be really different. So just finding what works best for you. Again, you can open the foot up on that razor edge of the foot to a 10 o'clock position. Maybe arms stay straight. Maybe you come down to the elbows. Maybe you come down to a pillow or a block, whatever works for you. Not coming all the way to your edge, because again, we'll hold this for at least a minute. And returning to the breath. Directing the breath to any tight areas, any tightness in the hips. Letting the body know it's okay to release that tension. And if you would like to tuck the toes on the back foot, lifting the knee up off the mat for a round of breath. Just an option. If your knee is lifted, gently lower it back down, bringing the hands back down to the mat, and slowly bringing that left knee back to meet the right. Finding those hip circles once again, big or small, making sure you take them in both directions. And then we'll come down to a seated position and bringing your left knee down to the mat. We're going to bring the right foot to the outside of the left thigh. If you're doing this on the opposite side first, that's fine. And on an inhale, wrapping the left arm tightly around that right leg. Maybe right arm reaches up and comes back down behind you. Inhale to find length. Exhale, maybe getting a little deeper into the pose. And then slowly, gently releasing, allowing the arms to walk in the opposite direction, walking them all the way around. And you should find yourself in the opposite pose or the pose on the other side. If you don't, that's okay. Make your way there. Next time you'll get it. And then bringing the opposite arm around your leg. Inhaling, the back arm comes up and comes to plant behind you. Maybe gaze follows. Inhaling, finding length. Exhale, getting deeper into the pose. And then slowly coming back to the center. We'll end in a seated position. If you have time to take a longer Savasana, you can always do so. Maybe bringing one foot up onto your thigh, hands down for grounding, hands up for receiving. Taking a moment to connect again with the breath. Hands can come to heart center, eyes can remain closed. Thank you for joining me in this practice today. The light in me sees and honors the light in all of you. Namaste.